Mama Adanna prayed every morning. She fasted every week. And when Adanna finally got admitted into one of the best boarding schools in the state, she knelt down and cried. Cried tears of joy and fear, because the world was changing, and even the best schools were no longer safe. Adanna's first term started well. She made a few friends, joined the school choir, and even came second in her first year test. Then she met Vanessa. Tall, light-skinned, flawless skin, confident walk. Vanessa wasn't just a student, she was a presence. Every girl wanted to be her friend. But she didn't mix much. She chose her people carefully. And somehow, she chose Adanna. At first, it felt like favor. Vanessa brought her snacks, helped her carry her buckets. She even protected her from some aggressive seniors. Adanna felt lucky. She told her mother on the phone, "Mommy, I've made a new friend. She's a senior and she's amazing." Mama Adanna smiled, but in her heart, she felt a sharp pull. Something wasn't right. Days turned into weeks and things began to shift. Vanessa introduced Adanna to two other girls, Lisa and Favor. They were quiet, too quiet. They didn't laugh much. They were always with Vanessa. They started calling themselves the Three Stars. But now they said they were looking for the fourth. Adanna thought it was a joke until the tests began. First, they told her to lie to a teacher. Then, to slap a junior student as proof of loyalty. Next, they made her write her name in red ink and burn the paper under her pillow. At every stage, when she hesitated, Vanessa would smile and say, "Baby D, don't you want to be powerful? Don't you want to belong?" Adanna didn't realize it yet, but she was already being groomed. Then came that night. While the school slept, they snuck her out to the abandoned dining hall. It was 2 a.m. Candles, a circle drawn on the floor, red ribbons, symbols she had never seen before. They called it a sisterhood ceremony. But this was no ordinary ritual. They gave her a bitter drink, chanted strange words, tied a red thread on her wrist, and whispered, "Now you are one of us. You will never be the same again." And they were right. From that night on, everything changed. Adanna stopped attending chapel. She avoided her old friends. She rarely called her mother. She became cold, angry, restless. At night, she would wake up sweating, sometimes crying, sometimes screaming. One day, her bunkmate said she heard her speaking in tongues. Not the heavenly kind, but strange, dark words that chilled her bones. The school began to whisper, "Something is wrong with that girl." Even teachers started avoiding her. And Vanessa, she smiled more than ever. Mama Adanna, she knew something was off. Her daughter's voice had changed, no longer sweet, now cold, empty. She went to the school, unannounced. She walked into the hostel and saw her daughter, curled in the corner, eyes red, hair messy, talking to herself. When she called her name, Adanna looked up, and her own mother couldn't recognize the face staring back. She checked her bag. Inside, a black book filled with symbols, oaths, and drawings of strange creatures. And in the center, a blood-stained paper with Adanna's name on it. Mama Adanna didn't scream. She didn't faint. She knelt and began to pray right there in the hostel hallway. She withdrew her daughter that same day, and what followed was the fight of her life. Adanna screamed that night, broke mirrors, refused to eat. She said, "They are watching me." She said, "I can't leave the circle. They'll come for me." Mama Adanna didn't stop. She prayed, she fasted, she brought pastors, therapists, doctors. She burned every strange item. She anointed every corner of their house. Night after night, she fought. Until one morning, Adanna looked at her and said, "Mommy, I'm tired. I want to be free." And that was the beginning of her return. It took months, but slowly her smile came back. Her light returned. Her laughter became real again. She held her mother and cried, "Mommy, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing."
And Mama Adanna, she just hugged her daughter tightly and thanked God. Parents, cultism is no longer something for universities. It's in secondary schools. It's in boarding hostels. It's wearing school uniforms and using TikTok codes. Vanessa, she vanished when investigations began. No file, no guardian, no background. She was never a real student. No one knows who Siri was or where she went. Till today, her name haunts that school. So I beg you, watch your children. Talk to them. Listen to what they are not saying. Pray. And when you've prayed, pray again. Because evil doesn't always come with horns. Sometimes it comes wearing lip gloss, carrying snacks, and calling your child bestie. Protect your daughters, protect your sons. But this world, this cold, dark world, will claim them. If this story touched your heart, please don't just scroll away. Like the video. Subscribe to Sagascapes for more powerful stories like this. Share this with your parents. You might just save a child.